This is 91.3 FM, WCW in Worcester, Massachusetts, the Dr.Chris Radio of Horror show. And our next guest on Radio of Horror is also a cosplayer herself that we met at Aresia way back in 2015. Thank you for coming on the show with us, Allie Eibler.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Allie is also involved in a radio style thing herself. She does the newer version of radio called a podcast. Which is she's the co-host of Geek Watchtower.
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little bit about Geek Watchtower.
It's a weekly nerdy podcast that we do about all sorts of different topics, anywhere from, we do all the news of the week, but then we do, comics, movies, views. We talk about, our favorite characters and everything. We're a whole wide array of stuff. We did a Christmas special this year about, Star Wars and all that fun stuff, especially with Star Wars hype happening. So that was fun.
What's the Star Wars that you speak of? Did anything interesting happen in the movie that you could spoil for us?
I'm not spoiling anything. Go see it. I've seen it 3 times.
I spoiled it on the show. People had enough time to go see it. I talked about everything.
That's true. I mean, it's been almost, 3-4 weeks.
The movie's made like $1 bajillion. Somebody went and saw it. You had enough time. Here we go. Okay, so blah 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 happened. Darth Plagueis the Wise.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
Did you hear about the connection between, besides the Darth Plagueis theory, the song used for Snoke's theme is Palpatine's teachings from the soundtrack of Revenge of the Sith? Yep.
And that's why people are saying it's Plagueis.
Yep.
People are like, no, it's that music, when John Williams wouldn't reuse music without a reason, so...
Oh, yes. How awesome is that? I was just like, I knew it! When that happened, I was at the 7 o'clock showing on Thursday, and I saw that. I was like, that's that guy!
It's the thing.
Oh, my God. People were sitting next like, what are you talking about? Like, Darth Plagueis!
I went New Year's Day, and I was in a theater full of a bunch of people who hadn't seen it yet. Note, on New Year's Day, what are you doing with your life? But, people were losing their minds, and I'm like, this is my 3rd time seeing it. Where have you been?
Don't you have a life? I mean, go see Star Wars.
Don't you have your priorities right? Go see Star Wars.
Absolutely. And then, of course, now coming out in December is Rogue One. So now, do you guys cover all geeky stuff, all-encompassing, or do you just keep it to kind of comic and sci-fi? Do you get into the darker side?
We haven't yet. Keyword here is yet.
I think you need a horror correspondent to come on to get into the dark side.
Oh, are you going to teach us about the ways of the Sith and stuff?
I will. You know what? The Sith are awesome, okay? The Sith can fall in love. The Sith can do whatever they want. The Sith can probably have sex. I mean...
He wants to be a Jedi, God.
I mean, seriously. I'm, listening to these stupid teachings, and I'm like, I guarantee that I'm allowed to drink and smoke weed and have fornication with other Sith tattooed red-skinned women, and the Jedi gotta sit there and be like, I'm meditating. I'm gonna be one with the Force. I'm gonna channel my anger and aggression. No, I'm gonna channel my anger and aggression at a bar. Thank you very much.
I mean, honestly, how do you expect to make more Jedi? Are you just gonna, go with the stupid midichlorians because they're dumb?
Well, apparently the Jedi are kidnappers, and they go around kidnapping people. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true too.
I mean, I guess that's what the First Order preaches, considering that they kidnapped all those stormtroopers, but still, I mean, I'm looking at everything you're not allowed to do as a Jedi, and I'm like, wow, it's everything you can't do as like a Catholic priest.
There it is. It is.
Yep. Yeah. The Jedi Order is the Catholic Church, or the Empire is the Catholic Church, let's just say, and I'm Protestant, and that's more like the rebellion.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Wait, that sounds like history.
That is as politically silly as I get on this show.
Oh.
You want to get more political? Considering the shirt I'm wearing right now, it says 2016 Stark Rogers. They're the America for you.
I mean, I feel you. I was wearing a Tony Stark jacket all day, but I'm currently in a Link Twilight Princess dress because, priorities.
Okay, the fact that you're wearing that Stark thing means we are going to be opposite sides of that battle come May.
Oh, no. I'm Team Cap. I was wearing a Tony Stark jacket while in red, white, and blue because I have a problem.
Oh, okay. All right, then you're forgiven.
I'm a spy. That's what
Okay.
I am. I'm a spy. There it is.
All right, you're forgiven. I thought I had to bust out the Constitution on your ass.
No. I am
A little bit of
Team
Bill of Rights
Bucky
right
all
up in
the
your
way.
face.
I am Team Bucky. Everyone else can fight me.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to point out the dumbest thing I've seen in the trailer so far is that Civil War is fought over Bucky.
Well,
I did love one reviewers of Batman vs. Superman talking about how Batman vs. Superman looks like a dick measuring contest and Wonder Woman puts a stop to it.
which gives me so much life.
Yes.
My
But I
favorite is
loved
literally the
I loved that comment about the Batman vs. Superman movie that is a giant dick measuring contest that Wonder Woman puts a stop to.
It's great. I mean, literally, the trailer is the two of them are like, shit, we're fucked. And Wonder Woman's like, hey, you guys are being assholes. Let me solve your problem for you.
Yes, let me fight the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So does it get kind of like that on your podcast?
Oh, pretty much.
Good. So I'm glad it's not just the normal, like, let's review and talk about this. No, let's be bullshit all over it, too.
It's a lot of nerd ranting and being like, oh, at God, why? Like, what were you thinking? Like, my personal favorite is, like, the day I had to talk about Fant 4-Stick because, God, it's so bad I never finished it.
Oh, my God.
Like,
I can't go into that again.
But, like, literally, I'm just like, they didn't do shit for the first hour and a half.
The two biggest complaints I have with the movie, and yes, these are more like fandom things. Sorry, three biggest complaints I have with the movie, and yes, these are fandom things. Dr. Doom looks like a homeless man wrapped in a melted trash bag that you set on fire. Sue was not left behind while they got their powers. Thank you very much. And 3, the Thing has no dick. What the hell?
The Thing isn't wearing pants. Also, what the hell?
Where is the Thing's dick?
There's just so many problems with that film.
And someone's like, that's your biggest problem? The Thing has no dick? Really? I'm sorry, but I was born with one. I would be very upset.
It turned to rocks and fell off. There you go.
Oh, my God.
That's actually that's terrible.
It's just like, just so many things wrong.
No.
So many things.
I could nerd rage for hours about that film. It's so bad.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, there's nothing redeeming about that movie whatsoever. It really makes the Jessica Alba films look good in comparison.
It's true, though.
And the only good Fantastic Four movie that seems to have actually captured what the story of the Fantastic Four is with a Dr. Doom that actually looks like Doom from the comics is, God forbid, Roger Corman's unreleased movie.
I mean, my personal favorite Fantastic Four film is The Incredibles, but, you know.
Yes, we got that movie back in 2004, and the sequel finally coming out in 2017. I would rather have The Incredibles, The Return of the Incredibles, before I got Finding Dory. Really?
I'm nervous about both of them for valid reasons.
Well, I just hope they maybe have the original cast.
Please, and thank you.
Well, I just hope they have the original cast come back, including the kids grown up. Well, go ahead. Sorry, we got cut off.
Yeah, I would rather just them leave the films alone. Stop making sequels, Disney. Make something original.
They did. They have Monoa, some Hawaiian movie coming out with The Rock and some new female character that the movie's based on.
Moana.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, and music by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Sure, I don't know who that is, but go ahead.
He's great. That's all you need to know. He's great.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with anyone listening with this Disney movie. I only have seen one screenshot. I saw the title, so I'm not making fun of anything. I'm not being ignorant. I just don't know anything about it, other than I know it's a Hawaiian venture movie starring a new female character. So, and The Rock.
I mean, you're basically, that's all we know, is the fact that it's based in old world Polynesia. That's about it. That's all you know.
Do you know what looks really good, and I can't wait to see people cosplay based on it, is the new Leica movie coming out, from the creators of Box Trolls and Coraline.
Oh! Yes.
The two strings, it looks like Japanese animation but done with claymation.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks amazing! And it comes out in
Probably.
August, which is like the perfect time for those it's a French company. I can't ever pronounce the name correctly, but it looks like they're gonna hit it out of the park again. I mean, they had a huge success with Coraline, Box Trolls, and Paranorman, and now they got this new one coming out, which again looks like kind of like Japanese anime, but in the claymation style.
I'm probably gonna end up cosplaying it because it just looks so dang pretty.
It does look really cool. She looks badass. As soon as I saw that in the theaters, I was like, I'm gonna see every girl on the planet cosplay as this.
Yep, that's accurate.
Now, getting into cosplay, is it really hard to put it together? Do you sew it a lot yourself and do a lot yourself, or do you get help?
I do most. I want to say most of the stuff I do myself. Just because like I've gotten pieces and like will piece things together and then end up sewing things. Like for my Padme, I ended up buying a pair of crop top and a pair of pants, and then detailed the crap out of them. Basically ripped them apart and put them back together.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't talk about the prequels on this show.
I know, they're not real, but that's like the most recent example that I've done. I'm working on Aqua from Kingdom Hearts right now, which is like... Yeah.
So much Kingdom Hearts love, even though I'm pissed that I was looking through Game Informer and it says Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and I'm like, oh my god, stop putting all this effort into 2.2 and 2.5 and 2.6 and just release the freaking Kingdom Hearts 3. Ah!
Oh god, I've been waiting 10 years for this game.
I've been waiting. My son is as old as I've been waiting for since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006.
Yep. Yeah.
Just,
I've been waiting that long.
It's just like ridiculous. I mean, we will get Final Fantasy 7 before we get Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, because Square's working on Final Fantasy 7
and releasing so much information about it every 5 minutes, going, "Oh my god, we got more information about Final Fantasy 7," which means Final Fantasy 7 is coming out in 2016, whereas Kingdom Hearts 3 were like,
Yeah, no, it's the worst. I hate everyone right now.
Oh my god,
But
ridiculous.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. I'm making my own.
Do you think they're gonna get Haley Joel
yeah.
Osment to play?
I do make most of my own stuff. I try to.
Do you think they'll get Haley Joel Osment to play what's his name again?
Probably.
Okay. Did you see him?
What else is he doing?
Well, did you see him in Tusk?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing that.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, he's in Tusk. He's in that's the Kevin Smith movie.
Other than that, nothing.
That's the Kevin Smith movie where the guy is turned into the human walrus.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, it really was not. It was like Kevin Smith trying to do Human Centipede.
That just sounds literally like just a bad idea. Like someone was on crack.
You never know till you tried it. Just peel your eyeballs, peel your eyelids back so your eyeballs are completely exposed and give it a try.
Oh, duh.
And then while you're at it, just shove a hot poker straight up there or whatever and just see how that feels too, because it's probably the same type of thing depending on what your taste buds are for twisted films.
Yeah, depends on your threshold.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Your podcast just needs this horror analyst who will just sit through the most depraved things possible, like Tusk or Human Centipede 3 or Bible Black Part 12. You know what I mean?
We'll just have you every month be like, all right, what have you watched this month?
Well, let me tell you. So in Bible Black Part 12, we have.
This is what happens, and this is why you shouldn't watch it.
No, you shouldn't watch it. But if you really want to, you can buy it on Amazon for $9.99.
You're welcome.
Good night, everybody. I'll be back next week. And then everyone's just sitting there stunned and shocked, like, God, clean the mic. Yeah. I'm gonna say, so Padme was the hardest cosplay to do?
No, by no means. If we're talking hardest cosplay, oh god. Weirdly enough, probably my Cinderella gown.
Uh-huh.
But I made it in 16 hours.
Wow.
Oops.
You go, girl.
Literally, it was 16 hours straight. It was horrible. And I kind of want to get rid of it. It's great, but I hate it.
Now you do a lot of cosplay that are like superheroes and like Disney stuff. Have you ever done anything like dark?
I mean, I have like plans to do stuff, like a lot of like AUs, like different AUs that I have.
AUs?
Mostly alternate universe stuff.
Okay.
So like, there's a bunch of just, I'm gonna do some probably like funky like pin-up versions of like a couple Avengers. I'm doing I do a bunch of Elsa alternate universe stuff. I'm definitely gonna get back into Tomb Raider because I need to for my soul. So like mostly more video game stuff though, and like really niche old school cosplay is on my list. It's very weird.
There's a great t-shirt that was posted on restinpeacet-shirts.com, which I think I might have ran into. Was it at the Rhode Island? No, it was at the Boston Comic Con. We ran into each other again.
No, I haven't been up to New England since. When was the last time I was in New England?
That was when I ran into you again.
I don't even remember the last time.
Whenever that was when we ran into each other again. And you were dressed as Elsa, and I said, "Oh, I just ordered the T-shirt where it's Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat holding Elsa in his arms, and they're in a frozen heart."
Yep. And it was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, that's a great T-shirt. I love that T-shirt. Totally.
Yep.
If you can find a copy of it, you might have to hunt it down on eBay, but that is a great T-shirt.
That's actually so A+.
The real Frozen is Adam Green's Frozen. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's about 3 kids trapped on a ski lift overnight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that came out in 2009.
The original Frozen.
The original Frozen, as Adam Green has said it before in his podcast, The Movie Crypt.
That's amazing.
What conventions are you going to coming up?
Me, my biggest plans right now are KatsuCon. So.
What is that?
KatsuCon is a gigantic con down in Maryland. Mostly cosplay based. It's at the Gaylord National Harbor. So it's one of the biggest cons, and I think the semifinals or something for the International like Cosplay Association or whatever it is are held at Katsu. Yeah. Katsu's a big deal. Katsu's gigantic and insane, and you bring your A game cosplay wise.
Cool.
So I'm going down with like 12 costumes.
That's a lot of briefcases.
Somehow it's going to fit into about maybe 2. You get real good at putting everything really small or making it really collapsible.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yes. I actually own a TARDIS.
Like a full-size TARDIS?
I wish.
Oh.
I'm going to make one, though. When I move to my apartment down in Florida, I'm going to make a TARDIS.
Well, you
somehow.
can easily like find like YouTube videos that teach you like step-by-step, like go into Lowe's, buy the the hardware and everything you need.
It tells you all the dimensions and everything, and it's actually not that difficult to make.
No. Not if you know how to like measure and everything, accordingly and stuff like that.
If you can measure and cut things, you're pretty much fine.
Definitely. Do you have a weekly pull list that you do every Wednesday?
I do not.
Oh. We'll scratch that question out. Do you have any comics in particular that you do read on a regular basis, either through trade paperback?
Comics I read. I was reading Matt Fraction's Hawkeye for a while, which was amazing.
So good. I'm working on a cosplay. I think I told you this. I was working on I'm still working on it. I really, honestly, it would not take that long to just finish it like in a weekend. I am working on a Hawkeye costume from a sketch in the back of one of the volumes of the Hawkeye book.
Which sketch?
I think it's volume 1. It looks like a very casual kind of Hawkeye. Like it's not like done up with like all the like the gear and the shoulder pads and the whole thing or whatever. But I think it's in the back of volume 1. And it looks very easy to do.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's just literally it looks like he's just wearing like black pants and like a jacket with like a giant like maybe like up the zipper, and across his chest is purple, and he's got sunglasses on. He's got like a beanie on with an H on it, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of all it is. He's probably wearing hand warmers or something, hand warmer gloves, and that's it. And I started working on it, and it's like all sitting on top of my comic book collection right now. I'm just looking at it, going, You were supposed to have this completed by Arisia. You started this back in like June. What is wrong with you?
Oopsies. Same.
I got to get back to it. I've just been so busy, and I'm trying to get other projects done. And now that I'm involved in this play for Arisia, I don't know if I'm going to get it done in time.
I'm usually the one that stays up all night and working on cosplay after she comes back from rehearsal and a show.
Well, I could do that like this week. I could probably literally, it's only like a couple things I need. And if I really need to like alter one of my other cosplay pieces, I could probably replace it. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. And I don't know why I'm fighting it so much, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just laziness. Who knows? Or just literally just too many other things to do.
It's usually the too many other things to do, and then the laziness kicks in, and then you're like,
Definitely. Well, where can people go to find out more information about your awesome art style as well as your podcast?
They can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/timespacecosplay, or you can find my podcast on facebook.com/Geek Watchtower.
Fantastic. And I do hope you will be coming back to New England sometime in the not too distant future.
You never know. I might be doing a quick pop in and out of Arisia.
Oh,
Who knows?
you might actually come to Arisia?
For 24 hours, probably.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Just pull up like in my American Horror Story cosplay and just call it a day.
Yes, that's right. You did that last year. I remember. Did you like the new season?
I did.
I didn't.
I did.
Me and the last.
I haven't watched it because I never finished Freak Show.
Me and the last guest, like, we're talking about, we got through the first couple episodes, and it's like, woo, look at this, blood orgy with Lady Gaga, this is great, and then it just,
That was me with Freak Show. After the Halloween episode, I was like, I don't care.
That was basically what happened. It was like this shock for shock's sake, thing with Lady Gaga being like, like bisexual and like, being partially nude and this blood orgy and all this weird stuff happening. It felt like they're just doing it to draw in, people. It's like, okay, this should happen like maybe once in the season, not like this whole, let's just keep trying to do this every single episode just to keep the ratings there type of thing. It loses its appeal, and even hardcore like gore and horror fans or fans that want to see women completely covered in blood, they're just like, this is tiresome, this is boring, there's no plot line. Yeah, I mean, if this was a movie and this happened one time, again, that's fine, but it's just, God, Lady Gaga, you are not the right thing for American Horror Story, but whatever, they've signed her for another season, and it's apparently the last season.
Well, we'll see. I mean, my favorite seasons were the first 3, so.
Yeah, out of the 3 seasons, I think the witch season was my favorite, but I still felt like the final episode of that, the writers really wrote themselves in a corner and just did whatever, because it was just like, well, wait a minute, I thought they all had individual powers, and now they all could do the same thing, and it just, I mean, the highlight of that season, huh?
Same. I was like, but why, guys?
I mean, the highlight of that season was the mentally challenged girl gets the guy. That was kind of cool. I was like, well, that's different.
I love Nan. She's great.
And, Stevie Nicks appearing.
Oh my God, Stevie Nicks gave me so much life.
I was like, why didn't they have more Stevie Nicks the entire show? This stupid crap with the burning and the cheating husband and the eyes burning out of her head and just...
No one cares.
And the bull monsters screwing the precious girl, and I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, it was just a lot.
And then like that threesome with the Frankenstein monster. I mean, like, oh my God.
Christ.
Are you watching too much Game of Thrones? Are you trying to be that show? I mean,
I love Game of Thrones.
I do too, and they seem to keep doing what they're doing well, whereas American Horror Story seems to be like trying to push the boundaries for boundary's sake because they're on FX at 10 o'clock at night.
I mean, also, it's Ryan Murphy. and he likes to do that. Where, like, you know, the first, like, I hate Glee most of the time, but, like, the first season wasn't bad, and then it turned into Degrassi with music.
Yeah, and but it seems like Scream Queens really worked.
No, Scream Queens was awful.
I
hated it.
It's hit or miss for me.
See, here's the thing.
Here's where it's
her own show.
But here's where it's a hit for me. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay, I'll give you that. I will give you that.
But every other character on that show, on that show made me hate every female character in a horror movie. Thank you so much for coming on the show with us. And we look forward to your weekly podcast, and hopefully we'll run into you at con again. If you do come to Aresia, you have to stop by the Mrs. Hawking play, which is the play that I'm in. It's a steampunk play where Sherlock Holmes is reimagined as a woman and more like Batman.
That's amazing.
It
sounds
is.
Like my aesthetic.
Yep, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Aresia.
Noted. I mean, I'm going to be up probably Saturday, so.
Okay, then try to come to it Saturday. I think it's Saturday afternoon.
Perfect.
Awesome. Send me a message on Gmail or something like that, or hang around the play if you end up coming or whatever. Cause I'll see you there. I don't know if I'll be doing my Kabuki Big Hero 6 cosplay or not. Being in the play, I'm going to limit my cosplay to probably just one, so because I got to do a whole bunch of other costume changes.
Oh, that's so real.
Yeah. So I might just do the one cosplay one day, and that'd probably be Castiel from Supernatural.
Yes, Supernatural.
I'm doing a Supernatural fan play with a partner, by the way.
I am such garbage for that show. I love it.
Oh my god, we could have had a whole other discussion about that. But I'm running out of time because I got to get this thing edited before I have to go on the air in half an hour.
Go.
Oh, but yes, I'm a huge Supernatural fan. So if you see me as Castiel, come find me and give me a big hug.
Yeah, I sometimes run around as Dean.
That's cool.
Because I'm trash.
You're what?
Trash.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm trash for the thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The most enlightening conversation interview you probably have ever had.
Yeah, no, shit happens, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. We ran out of things to say.